are here for B-Sides at Austin City Limits 2022. I'm here with one of the amazing performers, Charlotte Sands.
Hi.
How are you?
I could not be better. It is a beautiful day.
Yep.
Yeah, in
It's
Austin,
after
Texas.
your set. We're in Austin, Texas. How do you feel?
I feel great. I was able to get a few minutes where I could just wipe all of the sweat off of my face and try kind of readjust. So now I'm great. I would have been like throwing up if you asked me a few minutes ago because it's so hot outside, but I had the best time of my life.
You're
so
accustomed to this heat, though. You've been traveling and...
I try. I definitely have had harder shows. I got so lucky today because our stage was actually in the shade. So everyone who was watching the show was very unlucky, but I was good. So I'm very grateful for
And
that.
that's all that matters.
Yeah, exactly.
Because then you're having a good mood and we're going to have a great conversation.
I was. Look at me.
Yeah.
I have a drink in my hand.
You're smiling.
I'm with friends.
Yes.
I'm happy to be here.
New friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you been to Austin before?
I have.
Casually or performing?
I've been for South by, and I was here for South by last time. I did like an Amazon event, but then I just got to enjoy it, which was really nice. I just got to hang out. I love Austin.
Yeah.
Yeah. I live in Nashville, which is like kind of a similar vibe and kind of music, so it's fun. Yeah.
And I'm sure you probably partaken in the shenanigans on East 6th and
Yeah,
all
of
that.
course. No, I love it. I actually came here. I just remembered I've also come here for like emo nights and stuff like that I like performed at. And yeah, it honestly is a really wonderful city to just like enjoy, and I don't know, there's a lot of very good food, good bars. I love it.
great music town
I should
too.
be a spokesperson for Austin, Texas. I'm like, this is Charlotte Sands. Yeah, and you're listening to What to Do in Austin, Texas.
I need to get tips from you after this.
I got you. I'll send you a whole notes pad. Yeah.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is probably one of the early festivals that you're playing, Austin City Limits, because you just did Riot Fest in Chicago.
Yeah, I just did Riot. We've been so busy this year. I've been so lucky to get to play so many incredible festivals. I will say Austin City Limits is the festival that I have been wanting to play since I was like 9 years old. I grew up watching all the tapes of it, and me and my dad would sit in the living room and I'd watch like Bonnie Raitt and Joe Bonamassa and like all these incredible artists. And it was the first festival and only festival that I knew existed at that time in my life, and I was always like, one day I'm going to be playing there. And so I'm so grateful for all the festivals I got to play, but this was definitely like the biggest like full circle moment. This was the festival that my dad was like, no way, and that was special to me, that he thought it was cool.
Out of everything that you've done, the going viral, so forth and so on.
Yeah.
Well, it's okay, Charlotte. Keep
Yeah.
at it. Keep at it.
He's like, what's Toctic? And I'm like, well, we'll fill you in. And then he's like, oh, ACL, great.
and then it's
Proud of
like,
you.
Dad.
Yeah,
You actually
exactly.
called him on that?
Absolutely.
that
Every
news?
single time. I'm just like, well, he'll figure it out one day, He'll get it
What was
together.
his reaction when you first told him?
He immediately called me. We were actually at rehearsal for my tour that I'm on right now, and we were in rehearsals, and I texted him because I had just got the offer, and we were announcing, and he immediately texted me back, and he was like, are you going? What do you mean? Because I just texted him being like, ACL, with like the lineup, and he was like, so fun, like, are you going? And I was like, that's my name, like my name's on it. But I forgot that he couldn't like zoom into pictures because he doesn't like know how to work his phone. No offense, I love you, Dad. But like he does like the 2-finger zoom,
Right.
So he didn't actually like look at the picture. He was just like, so fun, have fun out there.
Right.
And then I was like, no, oh, I'm playing. And he got excited. And then he was very proud.
What a trip it is that you're actually playing the same year as one of your heroes.
Well, who are
Pink.
you talking about? Pink is one of my favorite artists of all time. I mean, she's an absolute legend and one of the best performers I think I've ever witnessed or had the privilege of existing at the same time as. She's literally like an athlete and like a circus performer as well as an incredible vocalist, and like she spins in circles while like hitting these incredible it's the wildest experience, and I have just looked up to her since I was a tiny kid, and I've been looking forward to see her live, and I haven't had the privilege to do that yet. So tonight is going to be the first night. We're playing on the same day.
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels like the universe is just.
That's what I'm
gonna,
saying. What
yeah.
are the chances that not only you're playing ACL, you're playing the same day she's playing?
I know. And I'm just going to look like a super fan in the pit. I'm so excited. I'm just going to be front row, and she's going to be like, who is that crazy person?
So I was going to ask,
yelling at
since
me?
you are an artist, you're not even
Yeah.
like crazy girl in the pit.
I know.
You can actually wander around and see her dressing room
I'm
and
so
stalk
nervous.
her. And
She's like one of those people. There's like a lot of people that I feel like I'd be like, oh, hey, it's nice to meet. Like we kind of do the same thing, kind of. Like you're just better at it than me or more successful. But like she's one of the people that I feel like I would just be like, and I would ruin my chances. But I did decide that I'm probably going to try and stand in all of the places that she will most likely be walking. Hopefully security doesn't see this interview before then, because they'll be like, that's the one we told you to look out for.
But you've got the magic wristband.
Yeah, I got the lucky charm,
right.
Hopefully.
You're not a guest. You're not VIP.
Yeah, who knows? I'm going to I'll pull out every connection I possibly could have just to like make eye contact with her.
I am rooting for you. I will stalk you on your stories.
Yeah, I'll keep you updated. I can't wait. It's fingers crossed for me, for sure.
And it's so awesome that she was one of your early heroes, because she trailblazed the way for strong, independent women in music, not giving in to the testosterone-fueled, male-driven music industry where you got to be this and you got to be that.
Yeah.
She gave the middle finger to a lot of that hearsay.
She was like she rebelled against a lot of the standard in like the business and the music industry, and I respect her so much because she definitely was somebody who kind of went in the opposite direction of what everyone else told her to go in, and I just respect it, and I just appreciate her so much, and I think she's a really incredible person, an example of somebody who can have it all. She has exactly what everybody in the industry always tells women they can't have, which is a family, a healthy, happy family, and also a really successful career. And to be an owner of a business and a CEO, as well as still touring at her age and still absolutely like crushing it, and I think that she has proven to me and so many other women that we can have everything we want to have. We don't have to sacrifice any of the things. We don't have to sacrifice our career to have a family. We don't have to. We can have healthy relationships and also be headlining the biggest festival in the country. It's a really, really empowering and incredible feeling to have artists like that to look up to, and hopefully I can do a fraction of that to anybody else in the future. But yeah, I'm really excited. Thank you.
And that's the through line in your music and your trajectory right now. You made such an impression with Dress, obviously, and pushing the limits and making people feel uncomfortable.
Thank you.
And that's good. When you're uncomfortable, you're doing things that are going to make an impression and last.
Yeah, I think it's important. I think it's important for people to kind of be pushed outside of the box a little bit, and especially I think it's important when I question things. I think it's important for everyone to question everything and just always be curious and always ask questions and always want to know more about people and want to know why they do things, or why do you feel that way, or I'm so curious about does this make you feel better, and I think it's really important. It's how you get closer to people, and it's how you have a better understanding of the human experience. And all I've ever wanted for that song was for people just feel a little more confident, or know that they have people that have their backs and that support them in whatever they want to do, and in living whatever authentic version of their life they want. Just knowing at least they have me who's supporting them, and I'm gonna forever support and push that as much as I can. And so that's the only message that I really am trying to push at this time, is that we have a community of people who care about people and just whatever makes them happy and whatever is their truth, and I'm here and I have them.
You're putting your money where your mouth is with all your music. You started with Lost, which also made an impression early on, and that was for the loners and the weirdos and the people that were just kind of figuring themselves out, right?
Yeah.
And that's the punk rock ethos.
Absolutely, it's that the songs for the outsiders. It's that's why I started making music, was because I didn't really feel like I fit in anywhere, and so I kind of tried to create a community or a group of people where I felt like I could exist in it. And I think that for so long in high school and in middle school and all these things, I was I'm not athletic enough to be in sports, I'm not cool enough to be popular, I'm not smart enough to get into these really cool schools, and I don't really know where I belong. And then I started listening to a lot of pop, rock, punk rock kind of stuff, and I was oh, all these songs were about being where do I exist, where am I supposed to fit in the world? And everyone was right here, you're with us, you're good. And it's kind of this incredible it's just a community of people who feel like they didn't have a community, and now we all do, because we all have that in common, and our differences, I think, make us so much stronger. And I think the diversity in our community makes us so much more vibrant and stronger. And I think that I just think that we're always stronger together, you know what I mean? And I'm really happy that I've kind of found this community of people that feel that way with me. So
and it started with Pink. You're a Green Day fan. You listen to.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you listen to Paramore as well.
I love Paramore. Yes.
So you had Hayley Williams as.
That's my best compliment I ever get is when people tell me that I'm like a knockoff Hayley Williams or like a Hayley Williams from like eBay, and I'm like, thank you so much. Yeah, I genuinely think it's such a compliment. I'm like, anything in conversation with her, I will take it, and I'll be so proud.
You're so humble.
I'm
just like
grateful.
eBay.
No, I'm just grateful. I'm like, my name in the same sentence, I'll take it.
You have already built a nice foundation.
Yeah.
You just released Tantrum. And so where are you going? I assume that you've figured out a trajectory and a path for your music.
Yeah, I mean, I think right now, I think it's really important to me to just like explore and expand my creativity as much as possible and my artistry as much as possible. I definitely never have wanted to be an artist that's like kind of in one specific box. And so I love right now being so involved in like the pop punk resurgence and like rock comeback and all of that. But I definitely am so excited to just get kind of like to be a part of different genres as well. And like hopefully I get to be on some more like pop stuff in the future. And then also I would love to do more of like the folky singer-songwriter stuff because that's what I grew up on as well.
I'm so stoked for your future.
Thank you
You're
so
such
much.
an example for young women, non-binary folks, and
you.
everyone in the community.
Thanks.
And I really wish you a lot of luck and everything.
That means everything to me, so thank you so much.
And nice to meet you.
Yeah, you as well. It's been such a good conversation.
Let's go and dance
I'll
and
see you
rock
in the
out the
mosh
pink.
pit. Yeah,
Yes.
we'll be opening the pit at the Pink Show. I can't wait.
Awesome. It is the wonderful Charlotte Sands at Austin City Limits with B-Sides.
Bye.